course for people within religions, but also in the institutions on learning how to be more courageous,
Yeah, absolutely.
be more integer on the timing of defending freedom of belief, right?
Absolutely.
So how do you see that, Mr. Eli Nacht? What would you have to say on our subject?
If I have to say, I will say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you will give you
Okay.
6 minutes if you're okay with it.
Should I make my opinion about this?
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, first of all, thank you very much for the invitation, for the organization, for Eric, for all my friends, the old one or the new ones. Let's start with this, that the situation of the freedom of religion in EU probably is the best in the world. And it's actually funny, but usually the places where they make all these conferences about that we want to demand from our government more freedom, more this and that. First of all, it means that they already have enough freedom even to demand this, because in many countries around the world, you cannot make a conference like this and saying we want to demand from our country. Even this kind of freedom is not possible. And I don't need to give you the names of those countries. You probably know them better than myself. In EU, the fact itself that there is a religion called the flying spaghetti monster, right? I think it's a good sign of a very broad description or understanding of the word religion. And this is a good thing. This is a good thing. And the issue is that why actually this kind of a religion is possible in EU or in any other places in the world, as far as I understand it, because it does not bother any other religion. It does not threaten any other religion. Because if this flying monster, spaghetti, whatever it is, would threaten a real dominant institutional religion of some of the countries, this religion would not exist. It will be called a cult. It will be restricted, limited, and you know all the rest. And I think some of those religions that we know are feeling exactly the same. I can give you an example from my small country where I'm coming from, Israel. You know, Jewish, there is 2 Jews, 3 or 4 opinions, and also the same going on with the religion. The dominant religion right now in our country is the Orthodox Jews, as you know. And there's also other domination of Jews in Israel all around the world, or even United States. The most of the, let's say, the biggest domination of Jews in United States is conservative and reformist, not the Orthodox. And in Israel, when they're coming to Israel, they've been really discriminated, because everything that's going on in Israel, like marriage, like divorce, like the burial, like the kosher, everything is by the rabbinical Orthodox Jews, not about anything else. That's the same thing that's going everywhere. In the moment you're starting to be threatened to a big, serious religion, it becomes a problem. And then starts a new problem. The problems come with the refugees floating and immigrating into Europe. By the way, just a few hundred meters from us, there is a very big and very important summit regarding the refugees going on in the Euro Parliament here, deciding about the situation, what's going to be with about refugees policy right now in Europe, in EU, Angela Merkel against the head of states of Italy, Hungary, and there's West against the East. It's not for the first time. And this problem of refugees brought a new problems to this continent, to Europe. And I don't need to tell you about these problems. I just can tell you that some politicians trying to make a credit, political credit out of this situation as, once again, as it's supposed to be because they're politicians, and they're trying to make a new laws. Those laws are restricting and limiting and violating the basic freedom of religion. Making laws that restricting the circumcision of boys, something that was done for, I don't know, hundreds, thousands for years. Making laws against wearing a burqa. Okay, I'm not in favor of wearing a burqa. Okay, I'm against it. But I don't think there's supposed to be a law. There's supposed to be educational program. There's supposed to be, you know, conversation. It's supposed to be, you know, on TV. There's supposed to be program, conference. It's not supposed to be a law. How to slaughter in a kosher way an animal. Something, once again, in Islam and in Judaism was done for hundreds of years. Now they're trying to put it out of law. It's stupid. It's dangerous. It's dangerous because it unites all the extremists and radicals together and saying, you see, all those liberals, they are against us. Something that Eric said before, we ask them not to interfere, just give us the opportunity, the option to believe in whatever we want. We want to believe in this chair, in this glass, in the God of sun, whatever it is, just give us the opportunity to believe in it, okay? Just leave us alone, take your intervention out of religion. Today it's not enough. The situation today that we need to ask a protection from the government to protection for the government in order to be able to believe in what we want to believe. Because today, I'm sorry to speak too much about Jews, but I feel I'm like the representative of the Jewish nation right here. But we need actually to ask for security for some conference or some communities, ceremonies, in order to secure the Jewish community in the heart of Europe, in the heart of a place where the freedom of religion, as I said just a few moments ago, is the best. Can you imagine yourself what is the situation in other countries, in other places, where the freedom of religion is not at its best? That's why I just want to say, and finish, because he's like in my back, that in a place that you want to have a freedom of religion, you need to have a place free of radicalism and extremism. And this is our mission here. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Eli.